Machiavelli Mills TV, what's going on, y'all? Right now, I'm in boxing heaven right now. I am elated, I'm ecstatic, I'm super excited, I'm geeked. Why? Because I just read that Gervonta Tank Davis has decided to vacate his WBA super featherweight title. Why? Because he's moving on up. Ding, 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 ding. Yes, he's moving up to 135. When I read he was moving up to 135, my eyes lit up like a Christmas tree. No lie. Like, I'm for real. I did the Birdman hand rubs like Birdman do, like Baby do. I did it just like that because I'm like, yeah, now it's time, young killer. It's time to show the world who you really are, what you really about, and it's time to prove to the world that you are that dog that you say you are, and the dog that I believe he is. Trust and believe. I'm a huge Tank Davis fan. I believe in the kid. I think the kid is skilled. He's talented. He can box his butt off, and he pack a mean punch. He's like a mini Mike Tyson in that 5'5" frame, and I think the dude is lethal, and I think he's a scary opponent for a lot of fighters. I think they get in there with Tank, and he putting a lot of dudes to sleep. Like, cause he going there with a mean streak, and he's going in there with all bad intentions, whoever he's fighting. But I'm like, after that last fight against Ricardo Nunez, when he got that second round knockout, I'm like, yo, it's time. Cut the BS. It's time for Tank to move up and fight other lions. The only way to prove you a real dog is for you to fight other dogs. I'm like, he need to step up in competition. No more fights against guys like Ricardo Nunez. It's time to take it up a notch. To take it up another notch. Right now, moving to 135, it's proven that's the dog's waiting right there. Cause Tank is 24. By the time Floyd was 24 years old, he had one of his most memorable performances, his most magical boxing performance, one of one of his best performances in his career against Diego Corrales, right? Right? When he beat Diego Corrales like that, like the boxing world was in awe. Like people was like, "Damn, Floyd really liked that. He really liked that," and they was like, "Yeah, that young boy for real." For real, for real. Because going into that fight, like a lot of people had Diego Corrales winning. They both were undefeated. Diego was the bigger man. He was taller, had the longer reach. People expected Diego to go in there and use his length and his height to give Floyd problems and get Floyd up out of there. But Floyd was just a different animal. A different animal. I want to see a performance like that for Gervonta Tank Davis against an elite fighter, another elite fighter like Floyd was facing when he fought Diego Corrales. So I'm like, look, at 135, let's observe the scenery. Let's see who around. Let's observe the landscape. At 135, you got Mikey Garcia, you got Teofimo Lopez, you got of course Lomachenko. You got Loma right there and waiting for you in a pocket. You got Richard Comey. You got Ryan Garcia. You got Devin Haney. You got a whole list of options of different fighters that he can fight. So I'm looking like, damn, let's see what we're going to go first. But everybody is clamoring. They clamoring for the Lomachenko fight. Especially after Lomachenko's last performance against Luke Campbell. Mind you, I'm going to admit, I did not watch that fight. I was out chilling, hanging with some friends. I didn't go to my uncle's house to check it out. I'm going to check out that fight because I've heard a lot of things about the fight. I heard that Luke Campbell had some very good moments in that fight. I heard that he even hurt Loma a few times. Like, he hurt Loma. He hurt Loma in that fight. So I'm like, I got to see that fight for real, for real. Let me see what's going on. I know Luke Campbell was a taller fighter than him. So I know that could have probably given him some problems. You know, when you got a guy that got a height and a reach advantage, that can give guys problems on a smaller guy. So, and maybe it had to do with that. But I heard Luke Campbell put up a valiant fight. I heard that he put up a great fight, and it was a great fight overall. But Lomachenko won, and he won that fight, and he knocked him down. He put him down. So that definitely sealed the deal for him. I'm gonna give all respect to Lomachenko, man. The Matrix is a dog. He's a great fighter. I'm not going to disrespect him. The man got 14 title fights and 15 fights. That's solid. That's excellent. I'm never going to take that away from him. But with that performance, I didn't even watch it. I know now a lot of other people are licking their chops after watching that performance. From what y'all telling me, what I've heard about that fight, I've heard that, he hurt Loma. Now other guys are going to want to fight Loma now. Now you got Devin Haney. But Devin Haney, I'm going to give him his props because he's been calling Loma out before this fight. Devin Haney feel like he can give Loma that business now. He feel like he can give Loma that business. Tank Davis, I think Tank think he can beat Loma for real. And truthfully, a lot of guys feel like Loma gonna outclass him, and he gonna make it look easy. He gonna make it look like a walk in the park. I don't think it's gonna be that easy for Lomachenko. I think him and Tank is a 50-50 fight, in my opinion. Tank is people act like Tank can't box. He's not just a brawler. The man can box, and he has a very, very good boxing IQ. Now, he's much shorter than Luke Campbell, so the height and the reach advantage ain't gonna bowl in his favor like it did for Luke Campbell. But I know one thing. Linares dropped Loma with a flash knockdown. But I know if Tank knock Loma down, Tank gonna hurt. It's from a power shot, not a flash shot. He coming to hurt you, and I think he can hurt Loma for real. I think Tank got that type of menacing punching power and hand speed that I think he can catch him. But look, Loma is an excellent fighter, man. That dude is excellent. It's not gonna be easy for Tank. It's gonna be a tough fight. It's gonna be a very tough fight. But at the end of the day, the boxing world gonna get what we all want to see, baby. We want to see these two dudes go at it. We feel like it's time. It's time for this fight. It's been simmering for a minute. All right, look. Tank ain't fighting Tevin Farmer. You ain't fighting Tevin, because that was the exception. I'm like, okay, cool. Fight Tevin, and then you beat Tevin, and then you move on to Loma. I was like, cool if that happens. But it looked like it ain't gonna happen. So if that's not gonna happen, go ahead and fight Loma straight out then. Unless he gonna take another guy. I seen him and Devin Haney. I think they had the little eye emojis back and forth on Twitter. I'm like, what's that about? Y'all finna go at it? I know Devin Haney feel like he can beat Tank. You know what I mean? And I know they had some hostility between each other at one point. They cleaned all that up. But I know these guys will be open to fight each other. Now, I know Tank ain't fighting Robert Easter Jr. because him and Adrian Broner are super tight. That ain't going to happen. But, yeah, man. But Tank fighting Ryan Garcia, because Ryan Garcia been talking crazy for a while. Been talking slick. And I'm sorry. I feel like Tank would manhandle him like a rag doll. Like, I feel like Ryan Garcia wouldn't have no shot in that fight at all, in my opinion. I just feel like Tank on a different type of level, and Ryan ain't never been hit by the punching power that Tank got. He ain't never got hit with nothing that Tank got. He ain't never got hit with that. He ain't tasted that type of power yet, and I feel like the moment he does, I don't think he's going to respond well. I just think Tank is a better fighter than that young man. Truthfully, no disrespect to Ryan Garcia. But, yeah, man, I'm excited now that Tank is moving up. We're going to start seeing the fights that we want to see. And now we're going to start seeing, this is the point in time where Gervonta Tank Davis can lay out his legacy. He can create his legacy right here, right now. 24 years old. Floyd was making his legacy, beat Gennaro Chicanito Hernandez, had beat Angel Manfredi, and then came off a marvelous win against Diego Corrales. And because he dismantled Diego. Oh, my God. That fight, and when he beat Arturo Gatti like that, and God rest both of these fighters' soul, but the way he beat Arturo Gatti, that didn't make no sense. Shit, that man in front of Arturo Gatti's home crowd, the way he did like that, I was like, damn, I was in awe. Like, are you serious? It was bad, for real. But Tank needs to. I'm looking for Tank to have them type of moments, and I know Floyd is in his ear telling him, look, you do it like this, you do it like that. But I know one thing I know, Floyd knew, when he was Pretty Boy Floyd, he knew to become the pay-per-view star, to become the cash cow, he had to beat the best opponents. He had to beat the guys he had to beat the guy that was the A-side to become the A-side, like he did when he beat Oscar De La Hoya. Now, Tank, you're going to have to beat Lomachenko. You're going to have to fight Loma and prove you as nice as the world think you are. I think you nice. A lot of other people out here think you nice as well. Only thing we always question about is can Tank stay in shape, because he balloons up so big between fights. Like, I saw a picture when right before Tank fight the last time. I promise y'all, Tank looked like he was about 180 something walking around. Like, it was like, man. But he always finds a way to get down, cut his weight, and get down to the correct weight and look in great shape. But as he gets older, he's not going to be able to do that more. So he's going to have to watch what he eats, watch what he takes in, and get on a serious diet and take his training seriously at all times. One thing I'll say about Floyd Mayweather, man, I don't agree with a lot of stuff Floyd about. I don't fool with him as a person. But one thing I know about Floyd, he always stayed in shape at all times, took care of his body, didn't smoke, didn't drink, and he always stayed dedicated to working out. Even after he was in the club all night, he'll run home. I'm hoping Tank develops that type of dedication. I'm sure, of course, he's dedicated to his sport, and I'm sure he loves boxing for real. But I'm just wanting him to stay in, and not, he ain't got to be six-pack abs all the way, rock hard carved abs all the way, all day of his life. But I don't want him to balloon up so big between fights, because it gets harder to cut that weight as you get older. When you're young, your testosterone is flowing fine. You can cut that weight, but when you get older, it's not going to be as easier. But as easy. I'm excited though. Like I'm for real, man. Tank at 135, it's about to go down. Boxing world, stay tuned. Be happy. We getting the fights we want to see, baby. And after Errol Spence, when I believe Errol's gonna beat Sean. I think it's gonna be a great fight. It's gonna be a very, very great fight, for real. I think Errol's gonna edge Sean out. Errol will fight Manny Pacquiao next, and then after that, it will be him and Terrence Bud Crawford. And then the world gonna be happy, man. Truthfully, I think if they got Errol Spence versus Manny Pacquiao, that's gonna do great numbers, outstanding numbers, because the legend Manny Pacquiao, his supporters, like one thing I respect about them, they support Manny through and through. They don't give a damn who he's fighting. They support him through and through, and they ride for him. So they gonna go out and watch him fight. They gonna buy the fight if he fight Errol Spence Jr., and that's gonna be the mega cash fight next. Then after that, it's gonna be Bud and Errol after that. But yeah, man, I'm excited for Tank. I want to see what the future holds for Tank, and I want him to prove to the world that he really is the real deal. That he really is that killer that everybody think he is. Machiavelli Mills TV, peace.